Mother's Day or Father's Day is the perfect time for a very personal gift. Here's a one-of-a-kind chalkboard to make with your own handprints. I helped my niece and my nephew make this one for their dad. And it's wonderful because it also captures your family in a particular place and time. We're going to start by using some very simple supplies. We've got chalkboard foam board. Now this needs to be cut with an X-Acto knife, so it needs to be done with a parent supervision. You're also going to want some stencils, some chalk, some glitter glue, painty markers, and a frame. But if you really don't want the frame, that's kind of optional. You also are going to want some simple things like a pencil, some copy paper, and some scissors. So of course you're going to get started by tracing your handprint. And you can do the right handprint or the left handprint, it doesn't matter. But of course, you're going to want to get a couple from each family member. Some with their hands together, the fingers close together, and others with their hands more wide apart. Because we're going to arrange all of the handprints on one board. So if you've got a bigger family, you'll have to have the hands a little closer together with the fingers touching. After you trace everybody's handprint, you're going to want to go ahead and just cut it out with some scissors. And this is a time where you can kind of smooth out some of those little lumps and bumps from tracing. I know that sometimes my rings get in the way. But you also may want to leave those on there because that's kind of part of mom and dad's hands. Once you've got it all cut out, you're going to have handprints that look kind of like this. And then you can arrange them on your foam board however you like. And again, this is a 12 by 12 because that's the frame I've got. But if you wanted to make this kind of a big card, you could also use the entire foam board. And you could get grandma and grandpa involved, cousins, nieces, nephews. It could be as big as you want it to be. So once you've got the hands in a pleasing arrangement, you can go ahead and trace around with a pencil, or if you like, you can also just go right to a marker. Now, if you're using some of these painting markers, you might have to get them started first, which means you're just going to push it down and wait until the ink flows to the tip. You also want to make sure you give it a little shake first. But once it gets flowing, you can just start tracing all the way around. Now, because the foam core is black, it shows up really cool, and it actually looks a lot like chalk. And you just trace all the way around, doing each family member in a different color. And they can choose, if you want to let mom or dad know that you're making this, they can choose their own color, or you can pick a color for them. And you just go all the way around like so. Also, before this dries, if you have any little smudges, you can just go through with a Q-tip or a pencil and just pull that right up like that. So, once you've got all of your hands traced down, it looks like this. And I just like to take a little bit of chalk and go over it very simply, and then go ahead and rub it off a little bit. This makes it look more like a chalkboard, gives it that authentic feel. Now you can go ahead and kind of decorate it the way you like. I went ahead and decorated mine by adding the year, and you can arrange them any way you like, and then use a little bit of painter's tape to tape it down. And again, you can go back through. I like to use a white marker. Oops, let me flip that around. It's hard to see things upside down and backwards. But you can just go right in and trace around the inside. And the reason why I do this is because the glitter glue really shows up so much nicer on a white background. So you go ahead and color in, and then when it's all done, you're going to add a little bit of glitter glue on those white letters. I can't really add the glitter glue until it's dry. So I'll just peel this off and tidy that up, but we'll go ahead and try that anyway. See how that works, like so. And again, this part is completely optional. You could do your family name, you could do the year, you could write "Our family is with love," kind of any way you want to decorate it. The last thing I like to do is make sure that you go ahead and you put everybody's name and or ages inside, because in a few years, you'll want to take this out and see how everybody's hands have changed. So I know that this is my nephew Ben, and he is age 8. And you can just write it around the outside. Again, this would be a wonderful gift for grandparents, aunts, uncles, nephews. It would be a fun family reunion craft if you did the big board and have everybody trace their hands down. It's a wonderful way to bring the family together.